Are you unsure whether you are having false or true contractions? Are you scared that you're having some back pain? Are you worried that you're having some cramps during pregnancy? Are you concerned about having hard tummy after sex? If you want to avoid anxiety around labor and want to know how true contractions feel like, watch this video. Hello everyone, welcome back to Happy Pregnancy with Aarti. If you're an expecting parent or someone supporting an expecting parent, you have come to the right place. Today, we are going to dive into a topic that is very common during pregnancy but can still raise a lot of questions. That is Braxton Hicks contractions, or commonly called as false contractions. I am Aarti Manikandan, mom of two and a Lama certified childbirth educator. I am passionate about educating and empowering pregnant couples from their journey from pregnancy to parenthood for the fourth year now. In this video, we are going to be exploring everything that you need to know about Braxton Hicks contractions, their causes, triggers, signs and symptoms to watch for, how to manage them, and when to seek medical attention. By the end of this video, you'll have a better understanding of what Braxton Hicks contractions are, how they feel like, and you'll be more confident in how to manage them in your pregnancy. So, whether you're experiencing the symptoms yourself or you're a partner who wants to understand what your partner is going through, stick around, let's jump right in. So, exactly is Braxton Hicks contractions? Let's break it down. Braxton Hicks contractions are practice contractions that happens in a pregnant woman's uterus. They can feel like a mild tightening in your belly, but it is usually not painful and it does not mean that your labor is going to start right away. It is just the practice contractions, your body preparing yourself and the uterus for the big day when your baby is about to be born. These contractions are named after an English doctor who first described them in the 19th century. Unlike true contractions, which brings labor close to birth by dilating the cervix, these are just warm-up exercises for the uterus. They are irregular and often painless. They usually start around second trimester and become noticeable as the pregnancy progresses. You might feel a mild tightening or pressure in your abdomen, and it is short-lived and usually they don't follow a certain pattern. Think of them as your body's way of preparing for the big day, like warm-up exercises before you do an workout. It is essential to know the differences between Braxton Hicks contractions and the true contractions in order to avoid the panic during labor and at the very last moments in your pregnancy. So let's go over some key distinctions to differentiate between Braxton Hicks contractions and true contractions. Braxton Hicks contractions are irregular. It means you might feel one contraction right now and then one after 2 hours, and you might feel one the next hour, and it usually goes away when you walk or change positions or rest, hydrate, and everything. And they are mostly unpredictable. They come and go. It doesn't matter when what time of the day it is. They are usually less intense than the true labor contractions. You will not feel any pain, or it might feel like mild pain in the lower abdomen, like the cramps, but usually it's painless and unpredictable. It usually comes and goes without any pattern. On the other hand, true contractions are predictable. They follow a regular time interval and the intensity of the contraction increases by time. So it means that if you're having a contraction right now and if the next contraction occurs at 30 in a 30-minute interval, you will expect one in the next 30 minutes. There is a pattern that the true contraction follows. So usually the time difference between the contraction reduces. So if it is 30 minutes in the first between the first and the second contraction, the next one could be in 30 minutes or less than 30 minutes. The time difference between the contraction reduces, and the intensity of the contraction actually increases. So what happens now is that if you have a contraction for like 10 seconds in the first contraction, the next one could be for 15 seconds, the next one can be for 20 seconds. So the intensity of the contraction actually stays the same or increases by time. So they follow a regular pattern, and it doesn't go away if you move or like change positions or something. So this is a very big difference that you need to note. So whenever you have a contraction, just note down the timing, like when did I have the first contraction and how long the contraction is for. So when you have the second contraction, you do the same thing. There are contraction timer apps that are available in the App Store and in the Play Store. So you can use those apps to note the timing of the contractions, to know whether whether you're having a true contraction or actually in labor, or you're just having false alarms like the Braxton Hicks contractions. So the another difference is how they feel. The Braxton Hicks contractions are described as like the mild tightening in your abdomen. So it is usually in the top of your abdomen. It feels like a mild pressure that comes and goes. So you usually don't feel any pain when you're having false contractions. True contractions, on the other hand, is felt in the lower back, and they radiate towards your abdomen in the front, usually in the lower abdomen. The intensity of these contractions increases over time. These differences between Braxton Hicks contraction and true contractions are attached as a PDF below the description. You can check them out. And if you're unsure about whether you're having Braxton Hicks or true contraction even after all these differences, do contact your healthcare provider for a good guidance. Understanding these differences can help you prepare better for labor and avoid those unnecessary visits to hospital. Now, let's delve deep in to understand how Braxton Hicks contractions feel like. Braxton Hicks contractions vary widely in frequency and intensity. The first contraction can be intense, the next contraction can be low, and it can happen at any time intervals. Doesn't follow a pattern like one now and I cannot predict when I have the next one. You have them more often. In terms of frequency, Braxton Hicks contractions can occur sporadically throughout the day. For some, it could be like multiple contractions happening in an hour. For some, could happen throughout the day, or for some, it happens only in the evenings or the nights. It is different for everyone. They're usually short-lived. They can occur from few seconds to maybe a couple of minutes, but they don't occur for longer periods of time. They usually occur for some time and then go away. They are not persistent. It is important to note that Braxton Hicks contraction frequency varies from person to person and from pregnancy to pregnancy. Now, let's delve into knowing the causes and triggers of Braxton Hicks contractions so that we can better prevent them or manage them. Number one is physical activity. Whether you're walking around or doing heavy exercises, physical activity can increase the womb stimulation, and then it could cause these false contractions. The reason number two is dehydration. Dehydration can irritate your uterus and can stimulate the uterus, thus causing these false contractions. Number three is full bladder. As the uterus expands, it puts the pressure on the bladder. So if the bladder is full, and it means it could stimulate the uterus and it can also cause these false contractions. Number four is stress and anxiety. If you're stressed or anxious about something, Your body is also stressed and it will put pressure on your uterus. So, this could also stimulate the uterus and could cause these false contractions. Number five is sexual activity. Sexual activity can also cause Braxton Hicks contractions. The labor contractions begin with the increase in amount of oxytocin, that is the love hormone, which is the same hormone which is released during the sexual activity. So, this increase in the hormone oxytocin can cause the uterus to contract. So, the uterine contractions can happen because of this aspect. They are usually harmless, so nothing to worry about, but it usually gives this hard tummy, this false contractions. Now that we have discussed about the causes and triggers for these Braxton Hicks contractions, let's see about the signs and symptoms to watch out for. So, Braxton Hicks contractions. So, how do they actually feel like? So you might feel like a tightening of your tummy. If you touch your tummy, you will feel that it is very hard than normal, and this can happen in intervals. You might feel the tightening for some time, and after that you will feel your tummy normal again. So it will be soft later. So it means that is the false contraction. So it means that you had the contraction during that hard tummy time. Your belly will become firm and relax again. This could keep on happening for some time or could happen in intervals of several hours. They are usually painless and you will never feel pain in any part of your body, not in your belly or lower abdomen or your back. So it is mostly the feeling of hardening of your tummy and nothing else. Though some women might feel more contractions, more false contractions happening throughout the day, some might not feel at all. Generally, they remain mild and manageable. Remember, every pregnancy is different. So, what you feel might be different from the others. So, at any point of time, if you feel that we need medical attention, just call your care provider. Coming next up, we are going to see the coping strategies and techniques to manage Braxton Hicks contractions. Managing Braxton Hicks contractions can be challenging, but there are several relief techniques and coping strategies that can alleviate the discomfort and ease your mind. Let's dive in to see some of them. First and foremost, staying hydrated is crucial. Dehydration can exacerbate the Braxton Hicks contractions, so drink plenty of water. ACOG recommends pregnant women to drink 8 to 12 cups of water per day. So, drink up, mommies. Number two is changing positions. Changing positions can alleviate the discomfort with these Braxton Hicks contractions. If you have been lying down or sitting down, try to walk around or move for a little time. Or, in the contrary, if you have been physically active and have been walking for a longer time, then sit down and rest. Number three is having a warm bath. So, having a warm bath can reduce the intensity of these Braxton Hicks contractions. So, it can relax your body and relax your uterine muscles as well and reduce the stress in your body, thereby reducing these Braxton Hicks contractions. Number four is practicing relaxation techniques. So, relaxation techniques like deep breathing, visualization, or meditation can relax your mind, thereby relaxes your body. So, by this way, it can reduce the intensity of these Braxton Hicks contractions. Number five is gentle exercises and stretching. Doing gentle exercises and these stretching is very beneficial because it reduces the stress in the body and thereby reduces the intensity of Braxton Hicks contractions. You can do activities like prenatal yoga or walking, which promotes relaxation in your body. Number six is trying complementary therapies. So the complementary therapies like massage or acupuncture reduces the stress levels in your body. So when you reduce the stress levels with this holistic approach, they can reduce the discomfort caused by these contractions. While Braxton contractions are usually harmless, there are certain reasons where you should contact your care provider right away, or sometimes you should get a medical attention right away. Let's see what those are. If you're experiencing severe persistent contraction that don't seem to go away, then you should contact your care provider right away. Though Braxton Hicks contractions are normal, these persistent and very high intensity contractions might be a sign of preterm labor. Next one is vaginal bleeding. Vaginal bleeding is a red sign that it needs medical attention right away. Though spotting is normal during pregnancy, heavy bleeding indicates a very serious issue. Next one is decreasing fetal movement. At any point in time, if you feel that the baby is moving very less than normal, and if you don't feel that your baby is active in your belly, then it is very essential to contact your care provider. You need to let them know about the movements. These movements are also a sign that your pregnancy is going well. Next one is pelvic pain. Pelvic pain or pressure that doesn't go away with changing position or movement or rest could indicate a very serious issue. You should seek medical attention if the pain is very high and if it doesn't go away. Finally, trust your instincts. In Lamas, we always say that. So, if you feel that as a mom, if you feel that something is going wrong, or if you feel that you need to contact your care provider, like you feel your body is saying something to you, do that. Okay, contact your care provider right away if you feel that you need to be checked. In conclusion, Braxton Hicks contractions are a part of normal and a healthy pregnancy. They are usually less intense than the true contractions, and they usually go away with movement. They are your body's way of preparing for the labor and the big day. Throughout this video, we have discussed various aspects of Braxton Hicks contractions like causes, triggers, signs and symptoms, and when to seek medical attention. We have also explored all the coping strategies and the relief techniques to better manage Braxton Hicks contractions. You could stay hydrated, change positions, do breathing exercises, do some relaxation techniques to help manage these Braxton Hicks contractions in a better way. Thank you for joining us on this journey in Braxton Hicks contractions. Hope you feel more confident and comfortable in navigating in your journey through pregnancy. Also, do check out my latest video on postpartum depression to understand better about the postpartum life and be prepared for the unknown. If you're a pregnant mom or a concerned partner or someone supporting the expecting parents, do reach out to me on my Instagram, happypregnancy_I. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more pregnancy and parenting content. Take care and best wishes and have a happy pregnancy. Until then, it is Aarti saying bye bye.